Hello, I'd like to welcome you. I'm Kelly Agee with Stampin' with Kelly. I'm going to give it just a second so you can find me here, and I'm going to make sure that I'm live. So if you're joining me live, please say hello. And if you're watching the replay, you can always, tell me that you're watching the replay because it's nice to know. Okay, let's see here. Trying to find. I'd have to switch into my page. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, good. Okay. And hopefully I could see comments if you're joining me. There we go. Okay. So yes, I'd like to welcome you today. I missed last week, but I had my retreat that I was getting ready for, and it was kind of crazy. So I feel much more relaxed this week, and I have to tell you, I honestly didn't think I was going to get this bundle, but I'm glad I did. Really like how you can do things with it. And I didn't play around probably as much as I'd like to, because you finally can get, and it's back in stock, but I don't know. Hi Donna, good morning. I don't know how long it's going to stay back in stock, but I'm hoping by the time I get done, I can order another pack of this All About Autumn paper. But for my last month's card club, I'm just going to show you real quick. I actually wasn't sure I could get that paper, so I had started my class to go with this paper, the Joy of Christmas paper, which I think that's on back order now. But I got a couple cards to show you that I had done and worked with that, and then I'm going to be doing 3 cards today. Okay, so this is the one card that was for my club, and I'm actually going to be doing this card today with you. I just love how it turned out, a little technique with the embossing folder. And then this is the All About Autumn paper too, and oh my gosh, I just love this with the Moody Mauve. It's beautiful. Just a simple card, but it's really nice. And if you wanted to step it up, you could emboss this with black embossing powder. Okay, so there's that one. Now this is the Joy for You Christmas, I think. So I did this, and I actually really could have made 4 cards just out of this paper as well. This is kind of, to me, a little more Christmassy, but it doesn't have to be. I did the hello, so it could be a birthday. I didn't even do the inside yet, but but it's, with the poinsettias, and you wouldn't have to add the gloves if you don't want to, but I thought it was just really nice. I have a little piece of vellum here. So, okay, and I used the wood grain. There's actually some wood grain paper in that pack too. Okay, and then I did this one, and I love this one. It's got the music notes. This definitely could be a Christmas if you wanted to put the poinsettias in there. But I did this one, so it's just a nice card to send to someone. Okay, all right. So that was for my card class last month, one of them. I also did a Christmas class, but if you're interested in it, I do have a post that is pinned that you could click on that, and you could read about my monthly card club. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside. So we will go ahead and get started. I just was going to show you a couple of things that comes with that. Oops, lost the glove. I'm losing everything. I keep dropping everything today, but I'm not using those gloves, so we're good. But they have a die for all of these, and then here's the crate, which is really interesting because it almost takes a little minute to figure this out, but once you do, it's so easy. And then here's a little handle that I used on one of the cards, the hello. And then this is for the front that I had used on the one card that I had just stamped it. And it goes with this die right there. Or the stamps, I'm sorry, the die goes with this stamp. So it's really kind of nice. It's a beautiful set. So don't think you can go wrong. Then there's like a little tag thing to make. So, okay. But I love the embossing folder. It's cool. I'm going to be using this and showing you a little technique, okay? So let's just get started. So what I have here is, and don't forget, I wanted to tell you guys about the special about joining if you're interested, but we'll get to that. I'm going to start the card first. So let's see, I got a couple pieces here. Now I had done some of the coloring ahead of time and cut it out because most people have used the blends enough that they know, but I am going to stamp at least one and I will color it in, but I already have it cut out, okay? So what I am doing here on this piece, so I started out with my copper clay, and this is 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 5 1/2, and then I got a piece of vanilla underneath. But then this piece here, how it kind of gives it like the depth of the embossing folder. So I'm just going to show you quickly how to do that. So I got my little piece of paper, my copper clay here. And this side is the side that's going to push up. So I think I inked the Stamping Up little logo sign, but I don't think it's really going to matter. I think either way you do it. And I was going to take and do that, and I forgot. I was going to try it this morning because I'd done this, I don't know, last week before. But I'm just kind of inking this up, okay? And I'm going to run it through my Big Shot next to me because otherwise it shakes the table way too much. So this is with the copper clay, and I'm using copper clay cardstock, okay? So what I do is, well, I actually put it down here, but once you put it down, you do not want to smear it, okay? So you want to be careful not to move it too much if you can help it. So I'm going to run this through my Big Shot just like this, which I got to open up. And this is how I do it with the embossing folder, okay? I got plate 1 and plate 4. That's how I'm going to run it through. Because otherwise, if I use my Big Shot on the table, it just moves too much and everything shakes. So we'll just use it right here next to us. Okay. And now the ink you can just take and wash right off. Oops. But isn't that cool? You can rinse the ink right in the sink. Okay. So that is so cool. I think that was, I'm getting moved all around here. Let's see, I think that was with the, I'm trying to remember the name of the folder. It's right here on page 43, the Distress Tile 3D embossing folder. Oh, I got ink on me. Not got it in my book on my folder picture. But so, and I kind of wasn't even going to get that, but I really, really liked it. So I thought, well, I'm going to work with it. So I'm going to just, you know what, I'm going to fold this now. And I'm just going to use that as a background. Hopefully I'm not getting ink all over me. But, okay, so here is my card base. And I got my Very Vanilla. Let me see, I think it's, let me see what piece. I might have an extra piece because I was going to stamp on that. Okay, so I got this. So let's just go ahead and layer that. Isn't that cool? Even this side, can you see that? I might try it after I'm done, and I'll do 2 pieces and I'll tell you which side I'm inking and how it turns out, okay? So this was the Stamping Up side, but I'll put it on the other side just to show you the difference. But I've always liked that technique. It's just a nice little way to add some more to it, I guess. Okay. And two, when you go to glue this down, you want to almost glue it down, because anything when you use the embossing folder, I mean, sometimes the stuff doesn't stick that well to it. I don't know how I can get glue to me or on my fingers already, but okay. So we're just going to put this down, make sure I got this the right way. Okay, so there's that. So now this circle, I actually cut out of the All About Autumn, the paper, the designer paper, and it's the stylish stitch frames. Look at how cool that, I mean, the whole paper pack, either side is really cool. So might want to think about getting that. I wanted something to give it even more texture, so this worked out really well. Okay, so on this, oops, these little pieces, I gotta be careful not to lose them. So you will get a piece like this, and this piece goes right here, okay, right on there. So these pieces, normally when you're doing boxes, you're folding them in, but this piece, all you need to do is fold this kind of up and in, okay? And I did take and press it a little bit because it's easier to glue it. So I'm just pushing them kind of up. And it'll make sense once you do it. Okay, so then what I do is I kind of line up this bottom, or I'll start on this side, and I put glue on everything and then just kind of push it down. But what's really cool is this is almost like a 3D box. I mean, it's not really 3D, but it's cool because it pops so you can put whatever you want inside. Okay, so we're just going to add just a little glue. You don't need to go crazy because it will squirt out. You could use like your tape runner if you want it, but I definitely would be using the Seal Plus. Okay, so we're just going to put that right there. And with the glue, what's nice is if you kind of need to move it around, you can. So just trying to make sure that I got it all even. I gotta get that down a tad. Oops. This corner too, there. Better to have it down, this, you know, down towards here than too far up, because you will see that box. Gotcha. Isn't that cool? I'm just gonna press on it so it's glued well. Okay. All right, so I cut out these little pieces in the black. And what this does, oops, oh, I was gonna say, gosh, I lost one already, but I didn't. So what you're going to do is this fits, like there's a spot that it fits from top to bottom, okay? This one might be the front one. I think actually one's a little bit longer than the other one. I don't know, I didn't check that out. But yeah, I do think one's longer than the other one. Okay, so you just kind of want to put them there. And then I'm going to put my little hinges right there on the corner. So let's go ahead and kind of glue these down. Kind of want to get some idea where they go. I'm not going to put a lot of glue on there either. Maybe a little bit more there. Sure, I'm going to have glue on my fingers. Okay, and then about there. So I'm just going to add a little glue here. I don't know if it'll be easier. Okay, and you don't even have to add these, but I just think it finishes it so much. Okay. And then with the little hinges, I just did a real fine line of glue right in the corners there. Okay. And yeah, I love to say, you said you just got yours, right, Donna? Probably really haven't had time to play with it yet, but hopefully this will give you some ideas. Okay, and I got a little extra glue there that I don't really want, but okay, and I don't got that even. Oh goodness, there we go. That's an old box, right? The hinges are crooked. There, I think we got it pretty good. Okay, so I don't think, did I pop up my box? I want to say not, because you got quite a bit of poof to it. See, like you can see kind of how thick it is, but isn't that cool? I just think it's so cool. So I'm just going to actually glue that down. Okay. Just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp the pumpkins. I'm going to use this in the Memento ink because I am going to use my blends with it. And I'll just color this quickly to tell you the colors that I used. I already got one that's cut out, so we can just kind of play around a little bit. Okay, so what I used was, let's see, especially for this one, because this one is with the sunflowers. So I used oh gosh, some of these are hard to get off. The dark pumpkin pie on the pumpkins. And it's so funny, I kept missing this one little piece here. So I'm just going to go ahead. So I'm not even doing any shading with the light and the dark. I'm just doing the dark. But you could. Probably because I couldn't find my light pumpkin pie. I got to go through all my blends because I also, you know, some are getting where they're dried up, and then I'll throw away like the light or the dark, and then I'll go to use them as a set. Because like I can tell this one's starting to go too, like where I'll need to get a new one, the dark one. But so I'll just have to order the whole set. Which I think I can really see this one starting to lose its ink. So I'll look like I have the light and the dark anyways. So there's the pumpkin. Oh, you know what? I think I need to, oh gosh. There's one little spot. I know my one end is completely dry. Gosh. Didn't have any trouble opening these last night. Okay. And then I'm using the, I think this is the Dark Daffodil Delight. So I'm using that for the corn and the sunflowers. So sometimes you don't really need to see how I'm coloring. You just need to see what colors I'm using more than anything. With the blends, you can hardly go wrong, right? But now I had to use, on my one card, I had to use my Stampin' Up! The markers, and it was like, oh gosh, I don't know why I didn't order these colors in the blends, but I didn't. So I used the marker, and it did turn out okay. But it's just so much easier coloring with the blends. So, but I think the markers are nice for like when you want to do like two different colors on a stamp set. So you cannot use the blends on them. Kind of coloring sloppy here, but and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just feel like you can move a lot quicker with the blends. Okay, for the inside of the sunflowers, I actually used the SU 300. I think these are supposed to be like the skin tones, but this works perfect for that. You could use, I think, do they have the espresso one? You could use that. Now I use the light mossy meadow for this, or you could use old olive or even the granny apple if you wanted, but I think the mossy meadow or the old olive is more of the darker, you know, for fall. Okay, so I'm just going to do it all the leaves. I'm actually making this card for, I think, notes for people coming to the retreat. So if you came to my retreat, you're going to get one of these cards, hopefully by next week. I'm waiting on my paper. I don't have enough paper and envelopes, but that should be coming today. So hopefully even the end of the week, I'm going to get them out. Okay, so now with this, there was actually the die that cuts that out, okay? Easy enough, right? So I think that's just so, I really like it. Fall is one of my favorite times of year, except this fall, I don't know, we've had a lot of rain. It's kind of crazy. So let me get this out of here. But what I did, now you could pop that up, or you could just take and put it in there like that. But I actually think I'm going to pop it up, okay? So it looks like the basket's nice and full. So with the joining special, and it goes till the end of the month only, but if you're interested, since Stampin' Up! Is celebrating their 35-year anniversary, you either can order 35% more of product, so that would be like $168.75 for $99, and you get a free paper pumpkin, you get all your catalogs if you want, and then if you want to use them, I should say, and then you get I believe still the free paper pumpkin kit, and then you get let's see, free shipping on that, or you could do 35% less, and that means you pay less, so you'll get $125 worth of products for $64.35, and you get the free shipping and everything else. So, okay. But anyways, if you're interested or got questions, just let me know. I'm not going to go on and on. I've posted little flyers. So, but here I did Blessed Beyond Measure, and I just took and angled this. Okay, and this is on Very Vanilla, and I'm just going to put it right there underneath. I might have put that down a little bit lower. So what I'm going to do is be careful not to put it like in that center, my little dimensionals, because then that'll kind of raise up the center too much. So I'm just, I must have made a mistake here. Oh gosh. I guess the Y didn't turn out very good. So I guess I'm using the other side. Confused myself. Doesn't take much anymore. So we'll put that right there like that. And then I had ordered these way ahead of time, the little embellishments that always seem to be on back order as well, but I really like these. So I'm going to use these for the front and just put a couple on there. Oops. Since I got that up a little higher, let's do this kind of different. Let's just go like that. Okay. So what do you think? Oh, I got the inside too, but I didn't stamp anything inside, so I'm just going to glue it in there though. And then you could add like a piece of the copper clay, and then maybe even like a strip of that designer paper, so I may do that inside. Just think this card's so cool. I can remember when copper clay came out and people were going, oh, I don't know if I like that. And it's perfect for fall. So what do you think? I really like that. I don't think I popped this one up, but I think I did. But this one just seems so much fuller. Maybe I put it a little higher up. I'm not sure. But anyways, what do you think? Do you like that one? Hopefully. So that was card number 1. So card number 2 is a little spin off of the other card I had. Let me see if I can reach it here. This was a little spin off of this card, but I kind of don't have enough paper for that. So I had to do something a little bit different, okay? But I just wanted to show that to you. All right. So, oops, I must have moved something here. Okay. All right. So what I did, and I took and colored this, and I stamped a lot of stuff because, you know, like I said, I don't know. I'm kind of efficient. I'm not one to sit there and, you know, have you watch me cut everything out. But if you got questions and want to know how to cut something out or do it, and I skipped over it, please let me know. But what I took is a little strip of this. This is all I had left. And I used Very Vanilla, and I embossed that, okay? And then I took this little strip that I had left, and I just cut it down to size to fit in there. So I don't know, I think this is about maybe 2 inches, 2 1/4, I'm not sure. But look at the back side of this. Isn't that really cool? So let's see here. So now if you want to go even further, you could use like maybe the pecan pie if you wanted to, and kind of just lightly take a, not, I don't know about a sponge, yeah, I guess it would be the sponge dauber. I'm thinking of the blending brushes, and just lightly do that to give it more of a distressed or antique-ish look. You just don't want to do a color that's going to make it look dirty. So, I don't know, maybe I'd try it before I put all this down. Okay. So I'm just going to add a little more glue in this corner since it's on the embossing paper. Okay. I just think that's pretty just like that. Oh gosh. Listen, I got to the corners good. I don't like to see corners sticking up. So I took the Moody Mauve and I cut with the stylish, the stitched shapes, and I got the little, the 2 largest circles in the Very Vanilla and the Mauve. You know, we have had a lot of rain, or it seems like it. I don't know. I'm kind of getting tired of it. I wish it would just clear up and be nice. But then I looked at the forecast for, I think, like the beginning of next week, and it actually has snowflakes on the map. So I am praying that that changes because, I do not want that. So, okay, I pre-built this box. Now, I had cut this out of paper that was from the All About Autumn paper, and I added my black hinges. Okay, so I didn't add the other, but this is the back side of one of those papers. Okay, I didn't add the other little things, but so I was just kind of playing around with this morning, and I don't have enough of this paper, so that's why I didn't have a card to show you ahead of time. So we're just kind of putting it together and playing with it. So, okay, so this is what I had to color in with this marker, the Stampin' Right marker, but I think it did okay. It did, like, you know, you could tell the leaves are done with the blends and the yellow, the Daffodil Delight, but it's okay. Now, if I really wanted to and I had watercolor paper, I could have used my blending, I think they're the blending brushes, but they're the wet ones where it's got that solution in it. And you could have picked up my ink from the ink pad and colored these as well. But it'd be more like almost like a watercolor. So those are the, I don't know what's in those, but they're really nice for like if you use chalks or the pencils to blend them. So, Okay, I'm just popping them up a little bit. And then on the last card, I forgot to show you that I used that, so I gotta see how this fits in here. Kind of want it down far enough, so, oops. Now, let's see, I gotta have one side in, I think. Let's just do it like that, I guess. I think that looks okay. I don't know why I couldn't get both sides in. I must have not tucked that in, but that's okay. It's fine. And then what I did is I had cut out this from the tag, and I thought, oh, do I want that or do I want the For You? So I should have almost cut the Moody Mauve tag instead of the Very Vanilla, but I think I'm just going to use this. I used it as a strip, and so I'm just going to put that down. I guess I didn't finalize everything, so I'm just going to kind of put that on a slight angle. Maybe we'll move it up a tad. And then I'm going to use some twine. I did a double bow. And we're just going to kind of put that right there. Just so you can see the For You. And I could have turned it the other way, but I think, well, let's see. Let's see if it'll look better, maybe the other way. Yeah, I think so. I think I like that better. Okay. So let's add a few embellishments to this because these Moody Mauve ones, oh gosh, look at I got a mess. Oh well, won't be the first time. Okay, this is so pretty. Hopefully you guys like this as well. Let's see, do I want to add that there? I'm going to add that right there. So let's do a small one right here. And I guess right there. Just kind of want it to be all balanced, right? So what do you think? Do you like this card? And then I had, let's see, For You. And then I had a saying that said, every day with you is better. So I think that's just a nice, or you could do the blessed, blessed beyond measure. So you could do both in there, actually, if you really wanted to. Okay. So let's put this in here. I should have had my little pad thing, but I think we're good. So I'm just using the Memento black ink, and that will be for the center. I don't know what I did, but I had ink all over my fingers, so wait till you see the next card, because I kind of had to cover my boo-boo. So, okay, so there's card number 2. And card number 3, let's see here. Okay, what I wanted to show you was this paper. This comes in that thing too, so let's see. And I tend to think, like I want to think that I would probably use it more with the leaves, but it's the Oxidized Copper 12 by 12 paper, and it's the Pretty Peacock in the copper. So let me show you what I did with this. I don't even know what size this is, but this is probably 3 3/4 by 5. But I layered it. I got the Pretty Peacock card base, which is your 5.5 by 8.5. These are pretty basic measurements, so, but I like to layer this on here because I think it just gives it more of a finished look. So, isn't that cool though? I almost like blind you. It's so shiny and pretty. So, I wish I could have got the ribbon. The ribbon has been out of stock for a while, so that'll teach me to pre-order that ahead of time next time. So, all right. So what I used this time was the Deckled rectangle dies, and I used let's see, did I give them out here? I don't know. They're kind of the smaller ones, like maybe the 3rd and 4th or the 4th and 5th ones, okay? But you could use whatever size you want. I just did not want to cover up a lot of this paper. And then the Very Vanilla, I actually embossed with that folder, okay? So I'm just going to glue this on here. So I cut it out first and then I embossed it. Because otherwise, if you emboss it and then cut it out, sometimes the Big Shot will take out some of the dry embossing. So I could have popped this up maybe, but we'll see. I think we'll be just fine. So I'm putting that on the center there. And then what I did is I used this, let's see, sorry, my arm's in the way, but I used this one. So I've used all 3, and I used this. The only thing I didn't do is the Good Things Take Time. That's the only one I didn't use, okay? But, so I took and colored that with the Granny Apple Green, I think it is. Let's see, the dark Granny Apple Green. I used the dark Cherry Cobbler in the Pool Party. Okay, so I did that. And then I stamped the Memento ink on the Pretty Peacock, and I cut this out. This is just like the front of the crate. Now, you could, if you wanted to, you could do Pretty Peacock on the Pretty Peacock, the color on color or tone on tone, if you didn't want this so dark, okay? So it'll just make it nice, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop this stuff up. So let's see here, my dimensionals. But pretty easy to color and easy to cut out, that's for sure. At least you don't have to fussy cut them. So, just taking off the backs. So with my class today, if you do a $40 order and use my host code, I will send you cards. Now, I don't know if I got enough of this paper, but like some of the paper I may have to substitute. I'm not sure if I'd have enough, or depending if I could get more, but I'll send you the stuff to make these 3 cards yourself. But you will have to have, like, I can cut out the crates, but to stamp this you would need that, or I would just cut out this piece, and you know, you could even just ink it up or whatever, but you'd be using your own stamps and inks. Okay, I cannot really be stamping anything and sending it, so. Okay, so I popped that up there, and I'm wondering if I should have probably put one there, so let me see. I need one right there, so I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to pull the end off. I got it on my little pick tool because, let's see, did I not take the paper off? There I did. Okay, because I want that even there. All right, isn't that pretty? So now I cut the hello, you know how we have that hello, out of the gold part of that. So that is, and I'm going to put it right there. I think that is so cool. So I have to use my glue because I did not use my adhesive sheet. So I'm just going to carefully try to get a little glue out and just do a little bit. It's hard for me to see with the lights. So I'm just going to try to spread that around. Want enough on there, but not too much. Okay. So what I'm going to do is carefully, because I don't want too much glue on there, get a hold of this, I'm just going to dab some of that off, okay? So So I'm just going to do the hello right there. Oops, and I still got a little bit too much on there. But that'll be okay. All right, let me fold this up so I don't get glue all over. And I have, I'm just going to put a glue dot on there, if I can find my glue dots. Oh, goodness, I've got them underneath here. It's amazing how messy we get. And we lose things. Okay, we're almost done. Hang in there with me. So I'm going to put this little bit of twine. I did a double bow again. Let's see if I want that way, this way. I might do that one this way. Kind of just so it doesn't hide my hello. And then, let's see, do I want that? I think I'm going to use these little embellishments and just put a couple. Let's see, put one there, and I'll do a large one. I'll do the large one right there. Okay, so let me show you what I did with the inside. I was just going to do, like I stamped this, like actually twice and then just this one. But when I went to do something, I had ink all over my fingers and I got ink here. So what I did is I just stamped the sentiment there. And this is the same colors that I colored all this, okay? So I thought, well, it doesn't matter. Then you got room to write. And sometimes, see, I even started stamping on this side and I thought it was too high. I didn't want to see the roots. So I just flipped it over and started over. But that's going to be the inside. Love these colors. Oh my gosh. So I knew you didn't want to watch me color all this in, and there's no need to, but okay. What do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed today. If you have any questions about anything, please just message me, okay? And I am going to be working on my cards for next month. I got a bunch of stuff going on, so it should be fun. But tell me which card you like best. Do you like the first one, the second, or the third? You won't hurt my feelings, whatever. But hopefully you like them all. But I have to say, I don't know. It's a toss-up for me because I actually really like them all. I mean, I love this paper, but yet when I got done doing this, I love this paper. I think this would be really cool in the leaves and the hello in the copper. It's just really nice, and yet I like this one joining me. Thanks, Don. I'm glad you like them all. That's cool. Hopefully I inspire you and give you some ideas. And if you do make some, share them. We'd love to see them, okay? All right, guys, I will be back next Wednesday at 10. Have a wonderful week and weekend, and let's pray that I don't tell you that we had snow. That's all I got to say. So, all right, guys, bye.